You're listening to the Pupa Zone. Big government, leave us alone.
It's time for another episode.
Hello there.
Another time with us, the Pupa Zone.
Back again.
We're here. You found us again, my listeners. Welcome. It is time again to use the penny of truth on the scratch cards of society. It's time to know exactly what type of slop big government is trying to force feed down our food chutes. My name is Maury, last name O, and I will be your host today for the Pupa Zone as always. And joining me is my brother. Introduce yourself, my brother. Go on.
Hello, people who are listening. My name's Louie G, and I'm your brother. No,
Louie, you're my brother. You goof. You're not. Anyway, that's my brother. That's Louie. And of course, as always, our producer Soup is here. Introduce yourself to everyone this week, Soup.
Good to be here. Always a pleasure. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Soup.
Thanks,
Always
Soup.
great to have you doing all the computer hacking in the background. Now, before things get started today, we have our first sponsor, the first Pupa Zone sponsor, and I've been reading up on what they have to offer and what I'll be telling you all about today. It's an incredible product, and it's changed my life. Today's episode of the Pupa Zone is sponsored by Both Bath Edible Shampoo. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I live a busy lifestyle, and when I wake up in the morning, I like to cleanse myself of the grime that I've accumulated, and I do so by having a nice, moist shower. But sometimes, I'm running around, I just don't have time to eat. So finally, I can bathe, rinse, and rather slather myself, and I can eat it at the same. I can eat the shampoo at the same time. Saves me a lot of time in the morning. Get to work, more productive, make more money, happier family. Better sex life, all because of edible shampoo. Comes in a lot of different flavors. I'm partial to myself to the coconut.
Oh, I like strawberry.
It comes in cinnamon. It comes in pumpkin spice. Everyone's eating this shampoo. You gotta love it. Great product. Changed my life. So go ahead and leave a comment underneath this video. Say I'm hungry for bubbles. We're going to select one lucky viewer who's going to win an all-inclusive trip to Both Bath's headquarters, and you're going to be smothered with Both Bath edible soap products.
Murray, what blazes are you actually talking about? We're not doing a giveaway. Do not type anything in the comments down below related to that sort of giveaway. It's just a bunch of lies. We're not doing anything like that.
We got more sponsors lined up. The show is only getting bigger and better. We're going to be one of the biggest podcasts on the web. I can't believe it. We're exploding. Speaking of exploding, I'm ready to explode because incredible news has happened this week. More incredible than you could possibly imagine. And you know what? I hate to do this to all you, but let's be honest, you had it coming. I was right. Oh, yeah. I was right. There's an Area 51. Oh, yeah. It's real. You knew it. I was right. I'm always right. That's why I'm the best. But in all seriousness, I mean, we all knew this. Area 51 confirmed real by the government. I've been telling these knick-knack paddywhacks all this time it's real. But no one, it was so basic, such a basic thing. We knew it would have to exist, and now it's confirmed. It turns out I'm right. Well, go figure. A lot of people, this news that Area 51 is real, and I find it hilarious. They're being shocked. They're shocked by this, and they're saying, I can't believe it. The government, there's something out there that I don't know about. The government's been hiding something from me. Listen, people are waking up, and it's about time. That's why I think this is a great episode for us to do here. There's a lot of sheeple that are waking up, and it's time to know, yes, you're being lied to. Yes, people are taking advantage of you. Yes, your minds are being scrambled by rays coming out of, outer space. There's all kinds of things that you don't know because, guess what? You spent your whole life playing in the kiddie pool, sitting in your own piss. Splash, splash. Whee, I'm having so much fun with the government. Splash, splash. Hello? No shit, there's a Area 51's real. Come out. Come into the adult pool with all of us. We know that it's true. Oh, I'm cold. I'm scared. It's so big. It's such a big pool. Well, of course it is. It's because you've been living in a little shelter your whole life. You haven't been thinking for yourself. You haven't been looking around and seeing there are lots of forces at play here. There's currents, there's eddies, there's whirlpools. You can drown out there, but you're too worried in your little pool. So this is a great podcast. I am going to be telling all you new people who are now open your eyes and your ears and your mind to knowing that you're being tricked. This is a great first podcast to listen to you. We're going to tell you the truth. We're going to tell you about Area 51. I'm going to tell you some stuff that, you know what, a lot of us already know. If you're what they might call a conspiracy nut like me, that doesn't mean nothing. It just means you're someone who's made an effort to educate themselves, that knows more about the truth than the average, stupid citizen out there. But I'm going to take today to really outline it, because you know what? This talks of a raid. This talks of people organizing. Let's get in there. Let's get in Area 51. Let's raid it. Let's see what's going on. Let's take back what the government's hiding from us. I am all for that. We need to go to Area 51. We need to raid it. But the reason we need to raid it, that you might be going in, you guys are going in blind. You need to listen to me today. Our topic today, what is in Area 51? I'm going to help you. I'm a little pupa. I can't go all the way over there. It'll take me years to walk down there. So I need you, my listeners, to be very careful and listen to what I'm about to tell you today. I will help you. I will educate you. You will know what to expect for Area 51. You will be able to prepare yourself, and you will be able to save this country and maybe even the world. I will help you by educating you. So let's get this conversation started. What is inside Area 51? Let's, you know what? Let's throw it over to my brother, Louie.
Oh.
What do you think is in Area 51? Why don't you tell our audience? You had some theories.
Okay. There's a bunch of gray people, and there's cereals down there, and they're hiding it, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Maury, I don't know.
All right, Louie, you're getting kind of close there. You may Grays, yeah, that's the name for the typical alien. Think you're getting a little confused with maybe a cereal mascot's Lucky Charms. I'm not sure what the hell you're talking about. But yeah, that's what most people think. Most people think aliens, Area 51 aliens. Yeah. That's all, Hollywood would have us believe. Like that, yeah. Am I right?
Yeah, Captain Crunch or something, right? Yeah.
Now, the government's response to this has been very blatant. They've said, you know what, there's no aliens here. The only thing going on at Area 51, it's a flight testing facility. That's it. There's no alien, no outer space. Nothing to see here, folks. Don't even bother raiding. Nothing that interesting. And now here's something very interesting. You might hear that, and you might say to yourself, they're lying, they're liars, there need to be aliens there. First bit of truth I'm going to tell you right now, and this is going to blow some of your minds. Okay. They're not lying. There are no aliens in Area 51. Wow. You don't realize it, but right now, you, my listeners, and my brother, you are sitting down at a poker table, and you're playing games with all these agencies, and they're sitting there, and they're feeding you truths and half-truths, and you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. A lot of you out there, no matter what hand you're dealt, you fold. I mean, you can have pocket aces, you'll fold. The government, well, at least this time, and I can tell because I'm a seasoned player of the game, they're not lying. There's no aliens there. But there's something that ain't right. You smell that? There's something in the wind. Something stinks. If the government really had aliens in Area 51, the logical play is just to move the aliens and then say, you dummies, there's no such thing as Area 51, close down the whole thing, no problem. But instead, they admit Area 51 is real, which is a real head-scratcher. It just begs the question, what if, and this is getting to the truth of the matter here, what if Area 51 contains something they are not able to move? Aliens, slap them in a truck, slap them in a boat. Don't matter to me. Easy. But what if there's something there that ain't no alien that you can't move? And that's what we're getting to here. Remember what the government said about Area 51. It is a flight testing facility. Now, we've seen a lot of experimental aircraft photographs. People think they're UFOs or whatever. And the one thing that a lot of these designs have in common is, how are they able to fly? They're strangely shaped. They're not aerodynamic. There's no engine. A lot of strange vehicles. If you were to apply the laws of aerodynamics to some of these designs, you wouldn't be able to know how do they fly. But what I need you to open your mind holes about is what I'm about to tell you right now. Maybe some of these designs, the way they can fly, is if they don't play by the rules, if they're cheating. So how do you cheat the laws of physics? It's really quite simple. What if they're not our physics? What if these flying machines are devices that play by a different set of rules? How is that possible? It is really quite simple when you look at history. What is one thing we've always been doing since day one? Pillaging! We've been taking things that don't belong to us. We've been taking stuff. That's what people do. It's what the Vikings did. And what we're doing here is we're doing something on a whole new level in Area 51. What the government has done, and they've been doing for years in Area 51, is they've been taking, they've been pillaging. But what they've been taken from ain't our universe. It is a parallel universe they've been steering things to, and the things from this other universe, the laws of physics don't apply the same way. And you might say, okay, you might think, completely lost me this time, Maury. You absolutely going crazy. I'm not crazy. It's always it's right here. I've been researching. I have the papers, and I'm going to tell you the evidence. But I'm getting sick and tired of the haters out there. They call me crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm just reading information. I'm processing information. But, I'll sink down to your level. I'll make it nice and easy for you to understand. Oh, why? How can you tell there's evidence of another dimension existing, of us taking technology from another dimension existing? Oh, please, enlighten me, Maury. Please tell me. I've got one word for all of you haters out there. Listen close. Bees. Bees. That's the key here. The key to the whole story right here. Let me ask you, my brother and Soup, I want you to tell me, how good a flyer do you think a bee is? Do you think they're top tier, acrobats that know how to conquer the air, or they terrible flyers? I want you to tell me based on your own experience. You tell me.
I guess what you're trying to get at is that bees aren't the best flyers, which is a bit of a generalization. But I understand where you're coming from. It's true. Like dragonflies and, flies, of course. Better flyers. Don't disagree with that. I still don't quite know where you're going with this.
This is the key part here. Scientists say they don't know how a bee can fly. A bee seems to be an exception to the rule. They don't fly well, but somehow, despite their, the weight or the thickness, I don't know how it works, but despite the science, they are able to fly. It doesn't make any sense. Now, does this remind you of anything?
Right, you were talking about that earlier.
Mark, the aircraft from Area 51. Yeah, it's the same thing. They can't. How could you said they didn't know how they could fly?
Yes, and this cuts to the meat of the potatoes that we're talking about here. Bees are not from this dimension. Many years ago, there was a heist, and the government went into a parallel universe, and they took the bees. One thing that you always hear about wasps is that, it's an ancient insect. It's been around for forever. How long have you heard of bees been around?
ABC,
now wait a
1,
second.
2, 3.
here. Let me scratch my head for a second, because now that I think about it, I don't think bees have been around that long. It's almost like at some point they were introduced to the world, and it was recent. And I can tell you exactly the moment they came in here. There's one thing about bees. They're very productive. They help make more crops. They help make more flowers. Flowers are very colorful. I want you to look through any history book. And what's one thing you notice about old photographs? There's no color. They're black and white. Color wasn't around. Color wasn't invented yet. Because back in the day, there wasn't enough color to go around because bees went out there pollinating, making flowers. It was boring. But suddenly, where'd all this color come from? The bees are out there. They're spreading the chlorophyll. And now you got color everywhere. I understand why the government went into the other dimension and took the bees. These bastards are productive. They don't stop. They spend all their days making flowers grow. They make the crops better. And then what do they do in their spare time? They make honey. Everyone loves honey. I love sucking on honey as much as the next guy. It's incredible. Yeah, what a find. Like I'm glad we took him from these alternate universe bastards. Screw him. Our universe is number one. Screw you. Our bees now finders keepers. But that's where things start to get really crazy. We need to talk about bees for a second. You know, me and Soup, my brother here, I think we can all agree bees are some of the nicest insects I've ever met.
Yeah, I like bees.
Maybe not the smartest, but they're friendly, they're helpful, they're fuzzy, they tickle. I love them. Most people love them. Now, have you ever heard of something called a killer bee?
Bloody ancestors,
What the hell is a killer bee? Why is there a bee that has murderous instincts? And that's where things start to get insane. Killer bees are responsible for more deaths than any other insect. They are killing people. They are killing bugs. They are aggressive. And people are wondering why. Where are they all coming from?
Yeah.
This is the part that you need to be careful of. Raiders, listen to me.
What's going on?
The epicenter, the place where the killer bee outbreak started, if you look at the data, it's Area 51. That's where the killer bees are coming from. It's the bees' brothers. They're back. They're here. They've busted into our universe. It is an all-out war. These killer bee soldiers from another dimension, they've had it with our shit. They're coming in here. They're taking our bee colonies, colony disappearance. They're taking them back to Area 51. There's a rift there. That's why Area 51, it can't move. That's why they never abandon it. That's point zero. That's the ground zero for the dimensional break. That is where bees were taken from another dimension. That is where killer bees are coming into our dimension. They're destroying, attacking our military. There's a war going on, and they're going to war. They're heading out there. They're taking our bees back. They want to put us back to the Stone Age. They want to make it so there's no more color out there. Well, let me tell you this, you sons of bitches. You're not taking my goddamn honey. You're not taking my goddamn color. This is my country. I bleed red, white, and blue, and no matter what, I ain't losing to you. Now you listen to me. Area 51 Raiders. We need you to be prepared. You are the soldiers for this battle. The military, they've given up. The diplomatic frickin' blockade, I don't know what's going on there. The government is at standstill. They're being held hostage by the alternate dimension. Their hands are tied. They're useless. They can't do anything. We, the people, are the soldiers that are going to protect our bees from the killer bees from the other dimension. Now, for God's sake, get out a piece of paper. Get out a pen. I'm going to tell you all the things you need to bring with you when you raid Area 51.
I'm ready.
Item number one, you're going to have to bring some raid. There's going to be killer bees there. You're going to need to kill them. If you don't got raid, you can use smoke. You can use vape. You can use killer bees are also vulnerable to soapy water. Put some in a spritz bottle. Have that ready to go. You need to show up in a beekeeping suit. You'll be invincible. They won't be able to stop you. And I mean, unless they got giant alternate universe bees, then you're in trouble. But no regular killer bees, bee suit. And finally, what you need is you need some empty honeycomb. You need to take out the bees now. You need to put them in there. You need to escort them to safety. And finally, and this is the most important thing, when you're in there, you need to close the rift. You need to seal them off. We don't want to. We've done our business. All done here. We don't need to do any more business with these creepos. Seal the interdimensional rift, no matter the cost. But for God's sake, keep the bees on our side first. We want more honey. Pupa Zone, Episode 2, What is Inside Area 51? It is a rift between our dimension and the bee dimension. And we took them. We took the bees. And they're mad. They're buzzing mad. They're coming for us. So we need to step up where the government's too afraid. We need to raid Area 51. We need to get in there, make sure our bees stay on this side of the dimensional rift, and we gotta close the bastard. Don't let him get away. Keep him for us. More honey, more fruit, more crops, more buzzing. We love them. We love the bees. Save them for God's sake. Save them for America. Save them for the world. Oh, Jesus. If I could just be quite honest for a second here. This is a matter that's very personal and close to my heart. There's so many bees, friends of mine. They're so gentle, they're so loving.
Too,
They wouldn't hurt a fly.
I can tell you that.
And if we can't stand up for these bees.
Not crying, are you?
Who the hell are we?
Go get the tissues over here.
If we let the bees go, the laughter, the hugs, the fun, the stickiness, it's all gone.
Don't just
It's not the world you want your children to grow up in, a bee-less world.
No, you're right.
No. It was all... I understand. We did something wrong. When the government was stealing technology, the other dimension, they didn't bat an eye. We took their bees, they got pissed. We made a mistake, but let's put the mistake behind us. Let's seal them off. Screw them. Let's never talk about them again. But please, can we please protect our bees? That's all that matters to me.
We'll protect the bees. Don't
They're
worry.
the gentle angels of the bug world, and I love them.
Come Maury. Yeah, come here. Come here, my brother. Yeah, I love you.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I speak for us all here when I say we're all big fans of our bee brethren here on the Pupa Zone.
I love them.
And we're going to do everything we can to make sure they're going to be okay. So thank you so much, Maury, for letting us know about this issue here. Well, I mean, best we can do is let's keep going on with the show. I guess it's up to me to be in charge here. I'm the only one with dry eyes in the house right now.
Wet eyes.
Well, all right. So we're going to go on to the final portion of our show. We're going to be reading. It's time for the mail sack. The mail sack. Yeah, you heard me. So I'm going to be reading some letters sent to us by our fans. If you want to send us a letter, ThePupazone@gmail.com. Send us a letter. Send us a message, and we'll read some of them on the show. We have a few here for you today. So, gentlemen, if you're ready, I'll read you these messages. Let's get it started here. So our first question today comes from Perry. And Perry asks us, how can I protect myself from wild birds? It seems our bird discussion from last episode actually inspired a lot of questions. A lot of people are just concerned about being attacked by birds.
Yes.
Crimson asks the same thing. Thanks for writing in, everyone.
Thanks so much for writing in. We appreciate your questions. I understand. Listen, we talked about birds last week. One thing we didn't talk about is, despite all of the nefarious schemes, birds are up to with the government, the one thing they have birds are also very hungry, very dangerous creatures, especially to the insect. I'm assuming it's our insect viewers who are writing in with this concern.
Most definitely, yes.
I completely understand. And I will tell you how to keep yourself safe from a bird. And you know what? If you're a human listening, guess what, buddy? You're not in the top of the food chain yourself. No matter, you go for a hike, there's going to be a bear, there's going to be a cougar, there's going to be a moose, and they're going to eat you. And you need to know this. I have a strategy. It'll save all of you. It's not pretty. That's the problem here. It's time for you to evaluate what do you value more. Do you value your life or do you value your dignity? Because truth be told, there is a never-fail technique that will save you in the face of any predator. But you gotta shit yourself. I'm sorry, but if there's one thing every animal on this earth knows is that pooping your pants, pooping yourself, messing yourself, it's embarrassing.
Right.
It's pathetic.
Right, you know.
And everyone knows it. So you've got to poop yourself. I'm sorry, there's no other way around it. Everyone will just go like, I can't believe it. I was going to kill you, but you pooped yourself. Disgusting. They'll walk away. It's not pretty, but I'm sorry. That's what you got to do. It's embarrassing.
Some great survival advice from Maury there. Our next question comes from Silas, who writes, Dear Maury, I want to be smart like you. So I'm thinking of enrolling in college. I've got 2 months to decide if it's right for me. Do you think I should get a higher education for myself? Thank you for writing in, Silas.
I know when you guys out there, you're sitting there, you're listening to the words that are pouring out of my mouth, and you're taking in the learnings that I'm talking out to you, and you might be thinking to yourself, genius. He must have educated. He's got 27 degrees, 23 doctorates. He's got 20. I'm just like you. I don't have a formal education. I'm half a year old. I'm not even a year old. I just made an effort to educate myself by reading newspapers, by reading blogs, by talking to the people on the street. You're not going to get that with your education. Education is a big lie. It's a waste of your time. There's nothing there that you can't learn on the street. When's the last time you heard of someone from a university, from a college, challenging the authority of the government? They just don't do it. They're puppets. They're shills. It's just another way to scrunch money out of you. Thanks for the cash. Enjoy your class about literature. It's a scam. Don't fall for it. In this world, you're either someone who's a duper or you're doopy. You should start a class and call it, learning for suckers. You get people paying $20, $30, $40. They're coming in there. And boom, now you're on top. Now you have your own university. Now you're in charge. So that's my advice to you. Don't go to college. Don't go to university. Start your own college. Start your own university. And then you can start taking money from these stupid students. And you know what? You can give yourself a couple degrees too. That's a great plan. There you go. You're welcome.
Our last question here comes from Brian Setties, who asks, do you believe in multiverses? And if you do, is there another version of you three? I thought it'd be appropriate considering our subject matter for today.
I guess based on what we know about the parallel universes, they exist for one. That's proven. That's not up for debate. The differences between different universes are quite small. But, aside from that, I suppose I don't know what to say. I guess there might be some version of us in some alternate universe. Maybe we look a little different. I don't know. It'd probably be mostly the same. But, what do you think about it, Louie? What do you think about it?
Oh, well, Maury, I guess, anything's possible, I guess, yeah.
Well, I guess there you have it. You don't need to dwell on that question for it sounds like the brothers are right there with you. Sounds like we believe in alternate versions of ourselves from another reality. Perhaps in some other reality the show would go on a little bit longer, but that was the last question.
All right, thank you, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our show, Pupa Zone Episode 2. We've been receiving so much of your letters, your messages. Thank you so much for supporting us. We will be back. We'll be discussing more topics that are important to you. Yeah. God bless all of you. God bless the bees. Oh, and you know what? If you guys are going to send us messages via email, don't send us videos. We can't play those on the show. Soup told me to mention this. Send a voice message.
Can't play videos on the
video part's not going to work.
Send me a
message. But God bless America. God
all right,
bless
take care.
The bees. We'll catch you next time on the next episode of the Pupa Zone.
Take care.
Take care. Take care now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah.